In last video, we have successfully created the validation of user's data. Now, if user has provided valid information, we'll authenticate the user first. For that, I need the instance of Firebase auth, Firebase auth, and we'll just get the instance inside on create method. Firebase auth equals Firebase auth dot get instance. Now we do have this Firebase auth instance with us. We'll create the user with this function create user with email and password. Here the first argument is email and second one is password. We'll just set and we'll call this method add on complete listener, which is having a callback listener new on complete listener. This task dot is successful ensure that user has successfully authenticated. If task dot is successful, that means user has successfully authenticated, else we'll just update a toast get application context and failed to register length long. Okay, once user is successfully created, we'll just store this user's data inside Firebase database. For me, I just wanted to put his name and email address inside Firebase database so that once user will log in, I'll just display this onto the screen. Let's create the instance of Firebase database first. Firebase database dot get instance dot get reference dot child. Inside this child, we need to pass the unique value. For that, I'll just get current user Firebase current user equals Firebase auth dot get current user, and with this Firebase current user we'll have a unique ID inside Firebase auth, so we'll get that. Now we'll set the object. I'll just create first and new class here user data. I'll just create two fields. First one is name, second one is email. Create constructor user data. This will be empty constructor, and I need this getters for this, both the email and string name. Once we'll get this once we'll create these getters, I need to have a constructor also, parameterized constructor, so that we can create the object of it. Generate constructor for both. Okay, now we'll create the object of user data equals new user data, where we'll pass name and email. Okay, and this object will set to the Firebase database user data. Once user has successfully added, we'll use this method add on complete listener new on complete listener. This will expect a callback listener where we'll check if task is successful or not. So if task is successful, that means user has successfully added inside Firebase database, else we'll just update with a toast. If user has successfully added in Firebase database, I just want to verify the user's email address. So Firebase user dot send email verification. This will send a message to email address that user has provided, and we'll update with a toast verify email and login. Last thing is we just need to update the progress bar's visibility as well. This progress bar once validation is successfully done, I'll just update it here. Set visibility view dot visible. User is successfully added inside our database. or even we get some errors while registration, we'll update its visibility to gone. In this else part view.gone, and again in this one also. Let's just run the application now. Yeah, the application is up. Click on the sign up button and enter the data. I will just check whether it is validating the user or not. Just click on this register button, then we'll see invalid email, and it is setting the focus on that text. I'll just enter valid information here. Password also. Register. Registered successfully. Verify email and login. Yeah, got the email. Okay, email has been verified successfully. We'll just check that whether the user's data is added in our Firebase database or not. We'll go inside this console, refresh it. Yeah, user has successfully added, and in real-time database we can see here, based on this authentication's user ID, we are adding the user's data inside Firebase database. So if we click on this, we'll see we are storing this user's data with key value pair.